Alright, hey guys, and welcome to this video all about how we can use systems of equations to model real-world situations. And in this first example, let's say that you just moved into a new apartment in a new neighborhood, and you need to decide which gym to join. And there are two main gyms in the neighborhood, Average Joe's and Globo Gym. And here are their logos. And I totally stole Average Joe's and Globo Gym. Those are the names of the gyms in a great movie from 2004 called Dodgeball. If you haven't seen it, it's phenomenal. Okay, so here's how much it costs to be a part of each of these gyms. Each has a one-time initiation fee that you pay just once right when you start, and then you pay a certain amount every month. Average Joe's has a higher one-time initiation fee of $145, and then you pay $25 each month. Globo Gym has a lower one-time initiation fee, but you pay a little bit more each month, $40 each month. And the first thing I'd like us to try to do is to try to create one equation for each of these gyms to describe the cost. And of course, in all of these cases, I'd like you to try it on your own first, so please go ahead and pause the video. But if you need help, you can kind of go along with me. So the first thing we need to do is definitely define some variables. And I'm going to use our unoriginal x and y. Our independent variable x, that's going to be the number of months that you are a member at whatever gym it is. And our dependent variable y is going to be the cost associated with being a member there. Okay, so for Average Joe's, which we are going to do in red, I think our equation would be, well, the cost, it kind of, quote unquote, starts at $145, right? That's your initiation fee when X is 0, when it's been no months yet. And then you pay $25 a month. 25 times X, the number of months. For Globo Gym, which we will do in a blue, the one-time initiation fee is a little smaller. It's just $55. But you do pay a little bit more each month. You pay $40. Every month, so plus 40 times X. Awesome. Okay, so the first question I have is, if we know that we're going to have a gym membership for only 3 months, the question is, how much would each gym cost and which is the better option? And for now, we're going to say that cost is the only determinant of what the better option is. The amenities at each gym are comparable, so you just want to get the one that's going to be less expensive. So after 3 months, I think that Average Joe's is going to cost, well, $145 for the initiation fee, plus $25 a month for 3 months. So you've got your initiation fee of $145 plus 75 more for a grand total of $220. So at Average Joe's, it'll be $220 for those 3 months. At Globo Gym, you've got your $55 initiation fee plus $40 a month for 3 months. So we've got $55 a month plus $120 for a grand total of $175. So after 3 months, I would say that Average Joe's in red, that's going to be more expensive. And Globo Gym in blue is going to be less expensive, so I'd say let's go with Globo Gym. So now what happens if you know you need a longer membership? If you know you're going to be in this apartment for a longer time, and let's say a whole year, so 12 months. And let's figure out how much each of these gyms is going to cost. So Average Joe's is a very similar calculation we're going to do, so similar that I'm going to copy-paste. Instead of being there for 3 months, we're going to have a 12-month membership. So Average Joe's is going to cost $145 for that initiation fee, plus $300 more for the 12 months of service, for a grand total of $445. Whereas Globo Gym, so Average Joe's was $445. Globo Gym, let's see how much Globo Gym is going to cost. Globo Gym, 40 times 12. Globo Gym, let's see, so $55 plus $480. Globo Gym is going to cost, ooh, interesting, $535. So whereas Globo Gym was cheaper when you had a gym membership for only 3 months, now it is more expensive. And Average Joe's becomes the better option when you are there for 12 months, whereas Average Joe's was more expensive when you only had a 3-month membership. So this begs the question, is there a time when it is exactly the same cost to be a member at Average Joe's as it is to be a member at Globo Gym? And so, well, we can find that out quite easily. Let's just take these two equations representing the two costs, and all we need to do is set this cost equal to this cost, right? If there is a month time, a number of months that'll make those costs equal, then there should be some x value for which 145 plus 25x is equal to 55 plus 40x. So we've just got an equation on our hands, which I'm sure we should be able to solve. So 145 plus 25x, we're going to set that equal to 55 plus 40x. And you can see that this is actually the same strategy we would use if we were solving a system of equations. Look, we've got two equations here in two variables, and we are using the substitution method to solve them. So let's go ahead and do that. So I'm going to subtract 25x from both sides. And we've got 145 equals 55 plus 15x. Let's subtract 55 from both sides. And we've got 90 equals 15 times x. Dividing both sides by 15 yields, ooh, a nice round integer, 6. So this means that 6 months on the dot, it should cost just as much to be a part of Average Joe's as it does Globo Gym. Let's make sure, just to try. So if x were 6, so 25 times 6 is 150 bucks, plus 145 is $295. So after 6 months, it would cost $295 at Average Joe's. For Globo Gym, 6 months times $40 a month is 240 bucks, plus 55 is also $295. So after 6 months, both gyms would cost exactly $295. Interesting. And so the ultimate question we want to ask is, which do you join? Which is the better option? And what I really think this depends on is, well, how long are you going to be a member at that gym? And I'd say for some durations, it's going to make more sense to be a part of Average Joe's, and for some, it's going to make more sense to be a part of Globo Gym. And so we have a lot of options here. And I really want to show you how we can use equations, graphs, and tables to answer this question. So I'm going to copy paste this again. And remember, you want to remember that this red equation pertains to Average Joe's, and this blue expression pertains to Globo Gym. And what's interesting is this. For instance, if you want to figure out when Average Joe's is the better option, is the cheaper option, all we need to do is set up an inequality and say, when is Average Joe's going to be less expensive than Globo Gym? And you know what? The calculations we do are going to be exactly the same as the calculations we did right here. We're going to subtract 25x, we're going to divide by 15, and what you end up with is that if 6 is less than x, you should do Average Joe's. So if you are going to be a member of this gym for more than 6 months, you should do Average Joe's. Whereas, if you want Globo Gym to be better, what we do is we end up with this inequality. Right? Say Globo Gym's price is going to be less than Average Joe's price, and you end up with 6 is greater than x. So if you are going to be a member for less than 6 months, you should do Globo Gym, because that cheaper initiation fee is going to make the difference. Even though you're paying more per month, you should go with a cheaper initiation fee. And of course, they're going to be exactly the same price when it's been exactly 6 months. Let's take a moment to check out what this would look like on a graph. So I have here in Desmos, I'm going to draw some graphs, where here on our horizontal axis we got the number of months that you are a member of the gym. On our vertical axis we got the cost. So here's Average Joe's cost function, y equals 145 plus 25x. Here is your initiation fee, and every month that goes by you pay $25 more. That 25 is the slope of this line. Globo Gym, on the other hand, has this cost function. For Globo Gym, their initiation fee is only $55, but the monthly rate is a little bit higher. The slope of this graph is greater, so it's a steeper line. And this distance right here shows you how much cheaper Globo Gym is, or how much more expensive Average Joe's is. And of course, they're going to be the exact same price right at 6 months. At 6 months, they each cost $295. And everywhere to the left of 6 months, less than 6 months, like we said before, you should go with Globo Gym because it's cheaper. Greater than 6 months, you should go with Average Joe's because it's cheaper. We can also confirm all this by looking at a table of values. And this table of values, it's nothing that you don't know already, but it just kind of reinforces everything we just talked about with equations, inequalities, and graphs. And I really like us to be comfortable using all of these representations to discuss these sorts of problems.